Myself, Mr. S.K. Kulkarni, Assistant Professor, Walchand Institute of Technology, Sholapur. I am here to have discussion with you on topic admixtures and their uses. Learning outcomes of today's session. At the end of the session, students will be able to describe admixtures and their uses. Introduction. What is admixture? Dear students, admixture is defined as a material other than cement, water and aggregates that is used as an ingredient of concrete and is added to the batch immediately before or during mixing. There is one slight difference between admixture and additive. Additive is a material which is added at the time of grinding of cement clinker, remember, and it is added in the cement factory. Why admixture? Why it is required? These days, concrete is being used for wide varieties of purposes to make it suitable in different conditions, we know. In these conditions, ordinary concrete may fail to exhibit the required quality, performance or durability. In such cases, admixture is used to modify the properties of ordinary concrete so as to make it more suitable for any situation. There are different types of admixtures. Number one, plasticizers, superplasticizers, retarders and retarding plasticizers, accelerators, accelerating plasticizers, air entering admixtures, pozzolanic admixtures, damp proofing admixtures, gas forming admixtures, air retraining admixtures, alkali aggregate expansion admixtures, workability admixtures, grouting admixtures, corrosion inhibiting admixtures, bonding admixtures, coloring admixtures and so many. So there are number of types of admixtures. We should choose particular one required for the particular quality enhancement in concrete. Now let us see plasticizers. These are also called water reducers. Requirement of right workability is the essence of concrete, we know. And concrete in different situations requires different degree of workability. A high degree of workability is required in some situations, in which situations like deep beams are there. Thin walls of water retaining structures are there. High percentage steel reinforcement is there in the structures. Column and beam junctions are there. Tremi-concreting, pumping of concreting, hot weather concreting, for concrete to be conveyed for considerable distances and in ready mixed concrete industries. So in all these situations, high degree of workability is required. Now this plasticizer is useful when workability enhancement is to be required or is to be done. Also, there are certain admixtures which impart strength to concrete also. Now conventionally, what we were doing up till now, when plasticizers were not available, right, what were concrete technologists doing? So the conventional methods followed for obtaining high workability is by improving the gradation or by the use of relatively higher percentage of fine aggregate or by increasing the cement content. So these methods were employed previously. These have got their own difficulties and limitations, dear friends, right? Now the easy method generally followed at the site is, in most of the conditions, they use extra water, unmindful of harm it can do to the strength and durability of concrete. This is very disastrous, very wrong way. It is a criminal act, we can say. It is an abuse on concrete and an unengineering way to use more water than the necessity in concrete. One must admit that getting required workability for the job in hand with set conditions and available materials is essential and is often difficult. But don't use extra water, it will definitely result in loosening of the strength, durability. Now Today we have plasticizers and super plasticizers to help an engineer placed in these situations. These plasticizers can help the difficult conditions for obtaining higher workability without using excess of water. One should remember that addition of excess water will only improve the fluidity or the consistency, but not the workability of concrete. Remember, the excess water will not improve the inherent good qualities such as homogeneity. So this plasticized concrete will definitely improve the desirable qualities in concrete. Now, what is the action of plasticizers in concrete? Dear students, the action of plasticizer is mainly to fluidify the mix and improve the workability of concrete, mortar or grout. Dispersion. Portland cement, being in fine state of division, will have a tendency to flocculate in wet concrete. This flocculation entraps certain amount of water used in the mix, and thereby all the water is not freely available to fluidify the mix. When plasticizer is used, they get adsorbed on the cement particles. The adsorption of charged polymer on the particles of cement creates particle to particle repulsive forces which overcome the attractive forces. This repulsive force is called zeta potential, which depends on the base, solid content, quantity of plasticizer used. The overall result is that the cement particles are deflocculated and dispersed. Remember, that means more water is available due to use of plasticizers, right? When cement particles are deflocculated, the water trapped inside the flocks gets released and is now available to fluidify the concrete. When cement particles get flocculated, there will be interparticle friction between particle to particle and flock to flock. But in the dispersed condition, there is water in between the cement particle and hence the interparticle friction is reduced, remember. Now, retarding effect. Plasticizer gets adsorbed in the surface of the cement particles and form a thin sheath. Now, this thin sheath inhibits the surface of hydration reaction between water and cement as long as sufficient plasticizer molecules are available at the particle solution interface. The quantity of available plasticizers will progressively decrease as the polymers become entrapped in hydration products. Right? Now there are certain mechanisms, one or all of these may simultaneously be happening in the concrete. Number one, reduction in the surface tension of the water. This happens due to addition of plasticizer. Induced the electrostatic repulsion between particles of cement. Lubricating film between cement and particles. Dispersion of cement grains releasing water trapped within cement flocks. Inhibition of the surface hydration reaction of the cement particles, leaving more water to fluidify the mix. Change in the morphology of the hydration products. Induced the steric hindrance preventing particle to particle contact. It may be noted that all plasticizers are to some extent set retarders depending upon the base of plasticizers, concentration and doses used. Now let us say super plasticizer. These are also called high range water reducers. Super plasticizers constitute a relatively new category and improved version of plasticizer, the use of which was developed in Japan and Germany in 60s and 70s respectively. They are chemically different from normal plasticizers. Use of super plasticizers permit the reduction of water to the extent up to 30% without reducing workability, in contrast to the possible reduction up to 15% in case of plasticizers. See, super plasticizers are more effective. Now, use of super plasticizers is practiced for production of flowing, self-leveling, self-compacting and production of high strength, high performance concrete. And these are called high range water reducers, remember. Super plasticizers are called high range water reducers. So it is the use of superplasticizers which has made it possible to use water cement ratio as low as 0.25 or even lower to make flowing concrete. Remember, so strength will be as high as 120 megapascal nowadays. And superplasticizers are now used on many sites, right? And they enable production of very strong concrete. There are certain types of these superplasticizers. Number one, sulfonated malign formaldehyde condensates, SMF is the short form. Sulfonated naphthalene formaldehyde condensate, SNF. Modified lignosulfonates, MLS, and other types. These are the types of superplasticizers available. Here are few review questions, friends. We will stop here and write down the answers of these particular questions neatly. Hope you have written the answers. These are the answers. Number 1, C. So admixtures used in concrete enhance desirable properties in concrete. And second, use of superplasticizers permit the reduction of water up to extent of 30% as against 15% in case of plasticizers. So A is the correct option. These are the references for today's session. Thank you.